give up on the idea of perfection, all right? Give up on the idea of having this lavish, perfect life. The perfect physique, the perfect looks, the perfect amount of money, the perfect status, the perfect woman. None of this exists. It's a lie that we've been sold as men in today's society. And a lot of it comes from social media, right? Where I see people are posting their lavish lifestyles, and it's really feeding our like dark emotions such as envy, sort of wanting to feel prideful. It's like all these shadow nature emotions which we all possess, we all have. But if we aren't aware of them, it's so easy to just be manipulated into these emotions and deceived by them. Like greed, envy, right? Like we're literally constantly being encouraged to follow these emotions, to compare ourselves to other people that are constantly portraying a perfect lifestyle. It's almost as if it's become a fake sort of internet game of people trying to portray who has the best life, and people trying to one up each other with a lot of pride. Like, I'm better than you, I have a better lifestyle than you, I have a better physique than you, I have a better look than you, and all these things. And it's just like, it's very shallow and soulless, right? It's very soulless, guys. What I've come to realize is, as a 25-year-old, when I was, I guess, 18 to about 22, somewhere like between those ages, I was quite superficial, I have to say. Like, not at that level where it's all that I care about. Not at all. Not at all. I was quite superficial though. Like, I really was like self-aware of how other people might perceive me and things like that. Still might be to a certain extent. Like, we all are. We all are. Like, we all want to appear good. We all want to um, be seen in a certain light, so to say. We don't want our negative parts to be shown to the world, or our flaws all the time, right? Although we all have flaws, no one is perfect. And I have to say, like, it's a big freedom in just knowing nobody is perfect. Like, these guys that a lot of young men are idolizing. We have Andrew Tate, we have Clavicular, we have, I don't even remember all their names, but we have like the guys on the Fresh and Fit, right? We have in the manosphere overall. A lot of young men are idolizing these people, thinking they have a better life than you have, because that's what they're saying, and they're getting money from saying these things, right? Like, they're selling you a lifestyle, they're selling you a course, and things like these, right? But in reality, they're just as flawed as you are, if not even more flawed, right? And there's a freedom in that. Celebrity worship is not freedom, guys. You're comparing yourself to a different man. And it is one thing with healthy competition, if you're doing it with friends, and things like that. But it's another thing constantly comparing yourself and trying to achieve this perfect lifestyle, trying to achieve the perfect look, or trying to achieve more and more and more and more and more money. You'll never be satisfied. All right. And I'm not saying, don't want more. Like, don't try to get more out of life. I think you should get more out of life. And it's just the way I think, guys. Like, what can make up our own minds. Some people, they might say, try to focus on getting less and be happy with what you have. I think you can be happy with what you have and still want to get more, right? I think it doesn't have to be one or the other. Some people, they think you have to Just be happy with what you have, be grateful for that, and don't try to focus on getting more, because you'll never get satisfied. And there is some truth to that. Like, if you aren't satisfied, or if you aren't grateful for what you already have, and it's constantly wanting more, without that gratitude in place, right? Without the gratitude in place, that's unhealthy. I believe that's unhealthy. But if you're already coming from a place of gratitude, like, my life is already good as it is, I'm grateful for all that is good in my life. However, I'm still driven to make things even better, right? I'm still driven to get some more financial prosperity. I'm still driven to, help other people along the journey. I'm still driven to become better each and every single day. I think that's the optimal approach of doing it, and sooner or later becoming a high achiever in life, right? And that's really the path that I am on. And I've just started this YouTube channel, and already I'm like learning a little bit, getting a bit more comfortable with speaking and coming up with stories and, solutions and all of that. Anyway, where I'm going with this is basically, when we idolize and try to perfect, or try to be, or fall for the illusion of perfection, we usually get very self-judgmental, right? And that self-bashment, like that self-judgment, usually can turn into self-hatred even. Like, oh, I'm just not good at that. Or like, oh, I can't, those guys are just different than me, right? Those guys are maybe they actually are better, right? We start thinking all these negative thoughts, and we have to understand that the emotions that we feel, if we feel low vibrational emotions such as unmotivated, if we feel insignificant, if we feel without purpose, if we feel greed, envy, and things like these emotions, like, they are not really good fuel for getting things done, or being creative, or elevating yourself, right? Instead, we want to come from a place of gratitude. We want to come from a place of happiness. We want to come from a place of self-worth. We want to come from a place of confidence, of strength, of health. When we feel these things, action become easier, and more good things just start to happen, guys. And none of it has to do with perfection. Human nature in itself is not perfect. You know what I mean? Like, our genetic code is literally not perfect. It has flaws. People get sick. People get diseases, right? Like, some people don't. Like, we can influence that as well, right? We can also influence that. I like the idea of perfectly imperfect, right? And that's completely fine. There's no need to, like, idolize these people as if they are better than you, or you can't have it because they are just so much more vigorous, or they are just so much more, they have so much more vitality, or they have so much more women or attractiveness, or they were born with certain skills and talents. It's like, it's an easy way out. It's an easy way out. You're sort of giving yourself an easy way out, and it's a self-limiting perspective. I can say personally, when I stopped looking at social media, I only look at YouTube, and sometimes at X or Twitter, right? Because I have my online business there. But straight from that, I don't watch Instagram. I don't have TikTok. I don't have these, like, you know what I mean? I don't obsess over what other men are doing, or like other people's lifestyles. I'm trying to create my lifestyle. I'm trying to make my lifestyle better each and every day. And I think that's the healthiest, like, approach to have. You know, stop chasing that idea of perfection that's being thrown at you from other people that are usually doing it from selfish, with selfish intent. Like, they're trying to get money from you guys. They want more power. They want status and money. So they say anything to push you down so they can bring themselves up. It's like bullying almost at a psychological level. Like anyone that wants good for you won't try to push you down to build you up. There might be some ways of doing that, like a military strategy or something, right? Uh, I'm not that. I haven't studied that or anything or know how that works, but um, I would just say like be who you are, right? Like at the end of the day, you gotta build with what you have. Build with what you have. Start, and that perfection is never going to be achieved. All right. All right, everyone. See you guys tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed. Hit the like and also subscribe. Leave a comment, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.